All right. Tuesday. Preview for event. So I've already gone through some of this, and I can say that the devs have been listening. Not completely, but a little bit. So, first thing we're going to go through is some of the changes that you're going to see. First and foremost, I can't see all the cards. And if you notice, there are now 3 old heroes that are giving you runes. And they are boosting their damage back up to 10 times. This gentleman right here is from the Giant deck. He is the event card. He is currently setting fully evolved in my inventory. This gentleman I've never used, I just happen to have, but he is another one, and I do not have this one. I'm assuming this one is a support or an ultra rare. This has got to be a support card. So, don't have this one either. So, we'll go with what we have. So, we'll start with the support card. So, the support card decreases damage taken by up to 10% at a rate of 2.5 per 100 intensity. I expect to see this jump up to 20% at a rate of 5% per 100 intensity. And if attacked while this skill is active, will spawn 5 Earth Gems and imply an overgrowth status for 1 turn. Now, it's very important that you pay attention to that little tidbit, because you've got 2 cards that are going to do it and a few cards that are going to use it. This will dispel Thorns. Thorns is one of those nasty buffs. Nasty buffs. If you get hit with this, the best thing you can do is make as many gem matches as you can until it disappears or you dispel it. But under no circumstances do you match any Earth Gems or do anything that would attack the boss. Nothing. Do not attack the boss, and this will not hurt you. If you do anything that attacks the boss, this will pretty much kill you. And there is almost no way to recover from it. It is one of the nastiest buffs that there is. So that would be the support card. And then I'll back out. We'll go look at the the event card. We are under an ancient, so I don't have any ancient relics that are green. I have plenty of them that are blue, but not green. So I might throw 1 in here to help boost attack, but that would be about it. So we'll spawn 3 Earth Gems, and if Overgrowth is active, it will convert those gems to power gems. If you also notice, it's only a 1 turn cooldown. So if you have more than 1 support card, you can activate 1 support card and then do this and then hit with power gems, and then on the next turn make a stupid match, activate it, and then when you get hit on the second round, you can do this again as long as you can get the 6 gems to repower it. 1 turn cooldown is gnarly on Slayer attacks, but it's gonna impair on you getting the overgrowth turned on. Counters Weaken. Weaken's one of those where it's not going to really kill you. It's not going to hurt you. It's just going to make you to where you don't hit as hard. It's not the end of the world, but it is something that if you can get rid of, you're better off. And then we'll go back here and we'll look at our new ultra rare. First of all, the ultra rare is going to get rid of blind. Blind is a buff that, or debuff that doesn't hurt you, just you don't have a very good chance of hitting the boss. It's going to cause heartache and grief, and whoever's got blind on has a 50-50 shot of hitting the boss or missing. It's just the way it works. So, battle skill decreases damage by 20% at a rate of 5 plus 5. If activated, will spawn 4 Earth Gem 2s and apply the overgrowth status for 1 turn. This is identical to the support card, except instead of regular Earth Gems, it's Power Gems. And then it has a passive ability when 10 Earth Gem Power 1s or greater are on the board. It will increase Earth Slayer attack by up to 24% based off your Slayer intensity. I don't think that's going to make that big of a deal. You're not going to notice it. 24% is nothing compared to the fact that it increases damage by 200% when you're going up against an immortal enemy. And since this is going to be based off of it, most of your bosses are going to be immortals, or it's going to be what the other ultimate form card will be strong against. And of course, this one does not increase skill points at all. And then ultimately, dun dun, the Master Collection card. Identical to the event card. Spawns 4 Earth Gems if Overgrowth is active. Makes 4 Power Gem 4s. Charge rate of 6. 1 turn cooldown. What's cool about this is that it cleanses 1 enemy debuff from a hero at a turn begin. Passively. So, if you have Weaken or Blind on it, every 3 turns, he's going to just passively remove it from 1 enemy. Or from he's going to remove it from one of your heroes. So if you have one person that's got blind or one person from Weaken every 3 turns, he's going to remove one. That's actually pretty cool. I wish it wasn't a 3-turn cooldown. It was a 1-turn cooldown, but nevertheless, better than nothing. Again, he does not empower himself, and he counters and dispels fear. This is the same as the Jolly Green Giant. He counters fear, dispels fear, and we don't ever see this being an issue. So, again, that's not too big of a deal. When you ultimate form this sucker, first of all, you don't get rid of the blind. That's the part that sucks. I really wish they would have kept rid of the fear and dispel the blind instead, but it is what it is. So we'll spawn 4 Earth Gems. If Overgrowth is active, we'll spawn 4 Power Gem 4s instead. It will decrease your damage by 20%, and if you're attacked while this skill is active, we'll also spawn 4 Power Gem 2s and apply an Overgrown status. So basically what you can do with this is you can go ahead and activate it, get hit, it should do Power Gem 4s, go ahead and put the Overgrowth on, and then you should let your event card spawn more Power Gems, and then this one will have to be played with to actually see how that one works. Again, it takes the 2 cards and combine them. Passively, it will increase by 24%. It cleanses 1 enemy debuff. I'm glad they kept that. spent 150 Earthslayer skill points to create an ultimate gem, and it's going to be a nuke power gem like all the others, and it is going to be absolutely devastating. Please remember, for all you people who get the nice big radiant bosses and you don't want them stolen, lock your boss. Lock your boss, you're going to lose it. Plain and simple. And this one will also power itself. I like how they did that. These cards will power themselves. Pass Ultimate. I didn't really look. I don't know who has this particular ultra rare. I didn't look to see if anyone does. So this card is kind of a neat little card. Create 6 Earth Power Gem 2s and places an Earth Power Gem 4 trap for 1 turn. So as long as you just activate it, then don't do nothing, make stupid match, and then get hit, then you're going to create 3 Power Gem 4s on top of that. You're going to increase your Earthslayer attack by 44%. So if your other one's active, that's 44 plus 24. So yeah, you're getting a lot. Now you're starting to get up to a little bit higher damage boost. And we'll add an additional 100 Earthslayer skill points. It costs you 25 skill points, but still, I mean, it adds 75 to the 25 you just took. So you're basically powering yourself like there's no tomorrow. It's just, I like the way they set this one up. It is a beast killer. It also will power itself. It dispels Alchemy, which, like I said, is irrelevant, but it is what it is. This is kind of a neat little card. Kind of like the way this one's set up. But still, I don't know anyone that has... I didn't pay attention to anyone that happens to have Rudolph. I think it's the leading light, sorry. So that's your event. Like I said, the devs have started listening at least a little bit. So we're able to start using some of the past cards. So some ideas. So first one we're going to talk about is anyone who already has him. I would be using him. As long as there's 4 Power Gem 4s on the board, he's going to create 10 Power Gem 1s, and he's going to heal for 120% recovery. Because if you noticed, nobody heals. A little bit of an issue. I'll go double check that, but nobody heals. If you're trying to power everything up a little better, if you have him, this is a better bet. He does Power Gem 2s instead of Power Gem 1s and does 150% recovery. So he's a nice little card. He also heals for 100% recovery anytime a gem spawning skill is used. So basically, he heals quite a bit. Alfonso's still going to be worth it because he's still going to have that 200% damage when the beast enemies are present. So that's still a bonus there. Evelyn is a nuke card. I really wish they'd take the nuke out, but it is what it is. But she creates 4 Power Gem 1s. It's better than nothing. It puts Power Gems on the board. Then, of course, Rudolph will also be your other option for a healer because he creates 6 Power Gems and heals for 1200% recovery for 3 turns. And since he also increases Earthslayer skill points, I would recommend having at least one of these on your team. at all times, just for no other reason than the heal factor. I will go back and double check and make sure I'm not overlooking stuff, because I could have swore they did not heal. Cleanses 1 enemy debuff. Yeah, nowhere does this one say that it heals. And I'm pretty sure this sucker didn't say that he healed. Yep. So Rudolph's going to be probably your best bet for health. He's going to do the most healing. I would have at least one of him on your team. Definitely have at least one of him on your team. So there's your event. Like I said, lock in your bosses so you don't have them stolen. And I wish everyone the best happy slaying they possibly can. This is definitely a different style deck, and it will have to be played with for a while for me to be able to explain how everything works correctly. The next few days are going to be kind of rocky for me, so bear with me. I will do the best I can. Last event I did not do very good. I was extremely busy at work and had a lot of stuff going on, and I was not able to play as much as I normally would. So I did not get to do as much as I wanted. So I'm going to try and do better this time as much as I can, but sometimes life happens and we do the best we can with what we got. So good luck to all of you, and again, you have questions, I'm more than happy to answer them and help. Good luck to everybody.